Is it possible that a simple tax can save an entire planet from extinction? Absolutely yes. And since its introduction in various countries, the carbon tax has been doing just that by reducing global warming. The carbon tax, based on the polluter pays principle, makes factories, airplane companies, and energy giants pay out of their financial budgets according to the amount of carbon they emit into the atmosphere. This tax system thus incentivizes them to produce less carbon. At first, the carbon tax may seem like a simple regulation that only encourages the reduction of carbon emissions, but in the examples I will give you, you will better understand how the carbon tax affects many more factors and how effective a tax system it is in reducing global warming. Sweden began implementing a carbon tax in the 1990s, and today, per capita carbon emissions are well below the European average. Moreover, the country's economy continued to grow rather than being negatively affected by this tax system. In other words, protecting the environment did not hinder economic development. Like Sweden, many other Scandinavian countries are also doing a great favor for our world by implementing carbon tax laws today. Unfortunately, however, many US states and European countries are neglecting the future of the world by not implementing a carbon tax in order to avoid economic risks. Don't you think it is irresponsible and unfair that the US and European countries, especially the wealthy and large corporations, are not implementing such a necessary tax system in order to avoid taking money out of their pockets? Moreover, the United Nations is very clear and positive that carbon taxes should be used by governments. According to the United Nations, a carbon tax is the most effective tool to limit the global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Given this, what kind of activism do you think can be done to encourage governments to adopt a carbon tax in order to transition to a tax system that is so effective for our planet? I've already mentioned that the carbon tax is not only effective in reducing global warming by encouraging companies to produce less carbon. Many countries that use this tax system use the revenues from this tax for environmentally friendly transportation, green energy projects, income assistance for energy-deprived families, and so on. It also encourages individuals as well as companies to change their behavior. For example, a family switches from a fossil fuel-powered car to an electric vehicle. When all this is taken into account, carbon tax is not simply a technical solution, but a moral choice that we should all support. For a fairer and cleaner world, a polluter pays system really makes sense, don't you think? I look forward to your thoughts.